Right, buddy, this is the latest Manchester United news. I'm going to be talking about Antony's deal confirmed, Patrick Dorgu to Manchester United. Also, the latest on Kirke's Garnacho to Napoli, and much more. So don't forget to leave a like, comment, subscribe if you're new. I'm going to start off by talking about the Garnacho situation. Now, there's been some huge developments on that situation with him potentially leaving Manchester United. Now, it started yesterday, and it went. Alejandro Garnacho has spoken to Antonio Conte on the phone. Napoli are close to reaching an agreement with the player. This came out, as I said, after the game against Brighton. Napoli sporting director Giovanni Manna will meet with Manchester United in the next few hours to negotiate for Alejandro Garnacho. Napoli could be willing to reach 60 million euros. Then today, a couple of hours ago, the story after the Patrick Dorgu sort of news broke, it came out again, some more developments. Alejandro Garnacho and Antonio Conte have spoken on the phone and agreement on personal terms is close, and Napoli could reach 50 million. Sporting director Giovanni Manna will meet with Manchester United today. Napoli sporting director Giovanni Manna has confirmed his interest in Alejandro Garnacho and described him as an important player. Also, that any deal would be on Napoli's terms. Manchester United do not want to sell, and it would take a huge offer to even consider a sale. So, listen, Antonio Conte had a direct call with Garnacho on Friday. Napoli will keep pushing for the deal. Chelsea made direct contact with Manchester United to ask for the conditions, with more talks expected soon. Garnacho's situation remains open ahead of the final 2 weeks of the January window. Listen, Garnacho is still, if Napoli or any other club make a big enough offer, United will consider it. And listen, this deal is not going away. Obviously, Antonio Conte, Napoli board, they obviously see Garnacho as a valued player. Obviously, Manchester United see that as well. They do not want to sell Garnacho at any cost. Listen, there definitely is a player in Alejandro Garnacho. I've had my say on him before. The fact that the talks keep coming, the move is developing. We kind of have to look at it now. They're trying to close in on personal terms. They've meeting with the sporting director. United are considering it, but they're going to want probably a deal above £60 million, which is ultimately correct. I think Garnacho is that sort of player. I wouldn't want him seeing leave, to be honest with you. I think he's a very good player and definitely one we can definitely build with. You have to understand he's one of the youngest players in our squad. He's 21 or 20 years of age, and he's come through his third season in professional football. I understand the PSR rules, but Manchester United cannot afford to sell a player like Garnacho, especially with the age and the point where he's at in his career. He's had some very good moments and good seasons at Manchester United. And yes, the system could be an issue, and I can see Ruben Amorim may potentially want to sell him because they're better suitors. But for me, Garnacho, I'm not going to move on this. I think he's the future of United. I think you should keep him in this team. He's 20 years old. United need to bring the youth forward, and I think that's what should happen with Garnacho, but still development on him. Now, Antony, actually I'll talk about Rashford. The deal for Rashford to leave in this window is looking increasingly difficult. The feeling is talk of a move has been driven by Rashford, and Dortmund will continue to push, but the finances remain a big issue as they require United to contribute a substantial percentage of his wage. United understood to be relaxed over the situation, so you could see a window really with Rashford stays, Garnacho and Antony leave, and we bring in Patrick Dorgu. That could happen. Now, there's not been much development on the Rashford situation. I think he could well leave. Dortmund at the stronger suit at the moment. In terms of ideal windows at this current moment where we're in, it would be Rashford leaves, Antony leaves, Garnacho stays, and you bring in Patrick Dorgu. That would be mine at the current moment where we're in. I think Rashford has literally said that he wants to leave, but again, it's the wages that were a big issue. And again, the stumbling factor in this deal. The fact that he's on 365 grand a week, he's still got a couple of years left on his deal. It was always going to be difficult to get him gone. And ultimately, the fact that he's expressed a desire to leave, I'm sure if he stays at United, Ruben Amorim will just keep him on the bench. Literally, just keep him on the bench like he's done this whole time. He's expressed his desire to leave. He said he's only going to pick players who are fit for the team and think they're going to do well. And in the last few games, Rashford hasn't been doing that. So, listen, Rashford wants to leave. I'm sure his agent's trying to do everything they can to kind of sign him to a different club. Now, I'm not going to talk about Dorgu because I've done a separate video, but United are in talks over a deal for the least fullback. Now, Antony, the real bet is Rib agreement in place. United will let him leave on loan with no buy clause. He'll be back to United in June. He has agreed all the terms of his loan until better. The deal is set to be sealed this coming week. Final details between the clubs is sorted. I think it is that deal actually is a here we go on Antony. So, yeah, that's that situation. Now the next thing, Tyrell Malacia. Manchester United will consider loan offers for Malacia in this window. It felt he may benefit from getting regular football away from United for the rest of pre-season, then rejoin it with the group for pre-season. I think that's absolutely correct. I think at this current moment where United are in, Malacia leaving, you bring in Dorgu would make a lot of sense for United. I think you just want to see Malacia play football. And whether that's not Manchester United, whether that's abroad in a different club, you'd want to see, like you said, a tough time with injury. He's just not good enough to play 2 games a week for Manchester United. And that's what we require. And ultimately the best is to get a solution by sending him on loan. Now, the next thing I want to discuss, Milos Kerkez's link with United will remain at Bournemouth this month, although a transfer in the summer is likely, so let's kind of hold the space on that. You could see a position where United go for Dorgu on a 6-month loan, and then bring in Kerkez in the summer. Now, the next thing, Garnacho wants to join Napoli. I've talked about that already. I wanted to... can't remember where it's gone. Nouri. Manchester United focusing on bringing out Nouri as their top target for the left wing back position. Wolves are possibly open to let him leave for around 46 to 51 million pounds. Listen, that deal for Nouri is definitely going to be in the summer. I'm not going to kind of talk about it too much, but he's certainly a player. We are in desperate need of a left wing back. I'm hoping we can bring in someone soon. That's been the latest news. Thanks for watching.